Hello. I'm just trying to bide my time while I'm waiting on the auto repair people to call. Decided to get out and about early this morning to avoid the heat wave, which has been in the high 90s here every day with the heat index into the triple digits. And even at this morning, when I went out, I left the house right at 7 o'clock to go pick Stephanie up. And as soon as I opened the front door, I mean, it's nice and cool in the house. You know, you got the air running. As soon as I opened the door at 7 o'clock this morning now to step outside, it felt like, like if you shut the bathroom door and leave the shower running, then when you walk into the door, how you can feel the steam. That's what it felt like outside at 7 o'clock this morning. So I was telling myself, well, I'm going to go out and get everything done and beat the heat wave. So we went to Walmart. We did our grocery shopping and such, and then came home and I dropped her off at her house. I came home, put my groceries away. She put hers away. I went back and picked her up, and we went to meet Joy at the Ramada. And Stephanie wanted to go and do a little bit of clothes shopping for herself because she just started back to work after being on unemployment for 2 years. She's back to work, and the thing of it is, for 2 years she was on unemployment. Her unemployment ran out. She's back to work at the same place that fired her. They wanted her back, so she's back doing the same old. Anyway, that's another story. We went and met Joe and went up the street on High Point Road, did a little bit of shopping, come out and get in the Jeep, and it wouldn't even turn over. It would do absolutely nothing. So had to call a tow truck and have them tow it to their shop, and I'm still waiting for them to call. Hope it's nothing real serious, but anytime it's in the shop, it's serious enough for me, especially when I got to pay a $70 tow bill in itself. And but in the news, today has been 1 year since Michael Jackson died. Do you remember what you were doing when he died? I remember I had come home from work, and I'd gone back to the bedroom, and I was sitting back there with the TV on, and I don't remember quite what I was doing, but I know I was sitting back there on the bed with the TV on, and when it came on the news, and I said, well, what in the world? And I remember calling Joe and then watching it from there. Another interesting story on the news today was a woman, I don't remember what state it was in, but she got a water bill for a little over $100,000. The state is trying to pull something. They claim that it was how was it they put it? They said that the water meter system was broken, but it was still the residents, the homeowners' responsibility to make sure that their meters were read correctly. Yes, you heard me correctly. That's what they said. How can the homeowners be sure that their meters are read correctly if the water meter things are broken? It doesn't make sense. And this is where everybody ought to fight that system, because that woman, she lived in that house for 10 years. And they claimed that each month it was just an estimate of what their water bill would be. And so after 10 years, she got a bill for over $100,000. Now go figure this now. And they're saying that she should have known that her bills were just estimates of what it would be. And she owes that $100,000. $100,000 in 10 years, that's going to be $10,000 a year. There ain't nobody that pays no $10,000 a year in water bills. That's going to average out to almost $1,000 a month. I would refuse to pay that bill. That bill's going to be thrown out. She's taking it to court. You know it's going to be thrown out. There ain't no way they're going to make her pay that. And how about the story in the news of the little boy, I think he might have been a 5th grader, that was thrown out of school because of what he took to school. He took a hat to school. He wore a hat. And on the bill of the hat, He had the American flag, which I'm surprised they didn't say anything about that, but they didn't. And for those of you who remember the little toys, the little green soldier men, you can buy a whole bag of them, and they're in all different positions and stuff, and they ain't no bigger than that. The little boys used to play with them. My brothers had some when they were young. He glued some of them to the bill of the hat in front of the American flag and wore that hat, to commemorate the soldiers in the war. And the school threw him out of school because they said they had zero tolerance for weapons in school and that the little green toy soldiers had guns. Yes, you heard that right too. It's crazy. People think I'm weird because I love to watch the news, but see, this is what I hear on the news. I get all the good stories and then I bring them to you. You all have to watch the news a little bit more often. And other than that, there's not really been a whole lot going on. Like I said, I'm still sitting here waiting on the repair company to call me. And this is the, for those of you who haven't seen it, this is the phone that the kids got me. It's not a Blackberry, but it's called the Razorberry because it's Blackberry and computerized, but it's thin like a razor. And so the kids got them one, and I loved it, and they got me one. And see, cute. I still haven't figured out how to do a lot of things on here. And then Joe bought a memory card for our phones, and he put one of mine. You can download movies on here. You can have movies and whatever you want to download, just like on the computer. And you can put on a headset and watch it. That's what I look forward to doing in a thunderstorm. I can just put on a headset and download me some movies and watch it. But anyway. Well, I guess that's all I want to talk about now. We haven't had a thunderstorm in a while, and I'm kind of dreading it when we do because the weather has been just so hot. This has been awful. And anyway, well, until next time, till something happens or till I hear something else different in the news, I guess that's gonna. Oh, one more thing. You're on Vandersloot. For those of you who've been following that story, and I did a video about that, and he confessed to killing Stephanie Flores, and now, he even told how he did it and everything, and now he's saying that he didn't do it. He's saying the police forced him to sign a confession and his rights are being violated. And he said they told him if he didn't sign that confession that they was going to stick his head in a bucket of water. Yeah, right. Like, who's going to believe him? How many stories did he tell about Natalie Holloway? Now he's doing the same thing over with Stephanie Flores. And then with the police department. Different stories. He's such a liar. But then it's a good thing that everybody knows that. Anyway, until next time, people. Bye-bye.